Hello everybody, my name is Asanubia. Today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, customer service and politefulness, how you can be polite. This is more important, how you treat every people in or every client or every customer in every organizations or business place. Customers or clients are people in generally who will like to interact with any staffs or sales in any business place or any officer. All staffs or clients, all staffs or officers should be able to have the principle that is the first impression counts a lot. Types of clients or types of customers, right? We have internal customers, then we have external customer. The internal customers, they are like the employer, the employee, and staffs and the tenants who are living there. It depends whether it's office. They have the external like visitors, contractors, deliveries, or inspectors, like inspections, right? Then as a staffs, you should always be able to be polite. Whenever people come around, you have to be polite in your word. They have to be positive, not to be assume, right? You have to be positive. They have to be professional, right? You have to be professional. Then for a customer to feel comfortable to approach a staff or a salesman or a manager, one needs to have a firm but one presence or personality, that your personality should be able to accept someone, right? Because sometimes customer will see someone or clients will see someone, for him to face in, he can be afraid, he or she can be afraid. So you have to be you as a staff, you have to be in a polite manner. Your face should be look calm, right? Then looking at behavior plays a crucial part in customer service, as well as creating a professional image in these industries, right? Using the right behavior as a staff or officer will become more effective to provide better service to the client, improve his or her own reputation, that the staffs in his company he work for. You have to be assertive, right? You as the staffs or a officer, you have to be assertive behavior. What are assertive behavior? State clearly what is required, then stand for oneself, then understand other people's view, right? You see people, you understand what they need, you have to assess them. Then you have to be firm but fair, right? You have to treat people fairly, that these people, this is the rules and the regulations every place. You have to be firm and be fair. That is the fact. Then you have to relax your posture and facial expression. Facial expressions is very necessary, wherein your face shall be accommodating people that who want to get information from you or who want to partner with you and all, right? Then you're talking about use clear or a steady or a firm speech. Your speech or your language communication, you as a staff, you should be polite. You should be clearly when speaking to any client or customer. Then you have to be polite, positive, and professional always. Professional simply means that you have to be in a professional, you have to know your job, you have to know your roles and responsibility, right? So then even if it's not your responsibility, you have to direct your client to the appropriate destination, the appropriate department that he or she needs to speak to. Then I'm going to talk about good conduct care. Good conduct customer care is the result of handling a situation from the view of customers or clients. The below that I'm going to mention is a very good customer service, right? Number one, you have to be polite. You have to be helpful, helping people who are in needs. Like if people, sometimes people will not don't want to ask you question, you have to, hey, what do you need? What do you need? You need to see someone or what, so you have to be helpful. Then be informed, right? Then you have to be observant, right? You as a staff or part of the company, you have to be observant. They have to be approachable, right? Then if a customer, a client is angry, right? Maybe you say something that doesn't go down well with him, you have to apologize. Hey, I'm sorry. Then if the person say, okay, I've been sending your company a series of emails, you are not responding. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, please, we'll get back to you. You understand? So you have to be confident and take a pride in your workplace, right? You have to be confident and have pride over your jobs and your responsibility. Then you have to listen and show interest when the person is speaking, right? So you have to give the person that audience. You have to listen to the person so the person will feel at ease, right? Then by doing that one, the customer or the client will feel happy and you will feel that, oh yes, I'm in the right place, right? Then we're talking about conflict resolutions under customer service or politeness, right? For you to avert these conflicts, right? What is conflicts in this scenario? Conflicts can be explained as a disagreement between one or two people, right? It's a disagreement. Conflict resolution is the means of identifying or dealing with these conflicts so that all parties that are involved will end up in win-win situation. That simply means that all the parties that are involved in these conflicts, that they will be able to appreciate when you be a mediator among them, that you try to solve the problem between them. Then at least it will be win-win. This person will not be hurt and this person will not be hurt, right? This is conflict resolution. Then what are the causes of conflicts, right? Sometimes we're talking about, I'm going to mention like 5 points, the causes of conflicts, right? Because number one, we're talking about stress and frustration. Stress and frustration also can lead to conflicts, right? Sometimes people cannot able to control their temper when they are facing some certain stress that is hinder their hearts from backward, right? Then we're talking about number two, which is discrimination. Discrimination is also a factor which can lead to conflicts, right? Discrimination. Then embarrassment, right? Then somebody is being embarrassed by one staff, being embarrassed by someone, so it can lead to confusion and query, right? Then number four, talking about fear. Then when sometimes you fear, you as a staff, you fear to do certain things that you know that these things is what I'm supposed to do at a particular time. You fear to do it, it might lead to another conflicts. Then guilty, right? You should not allow your guilt to overcome you. Let's say you are working in a bank, right? Because of someone come and take a loan, say, oh, I need a loan, I need this loan, I have this series of this problem. So you feel emotional, you feel guilt, you understand? But you have to look at the appropriate document that's required for that particular loan that you're supposed to give, right? So the guilt is another thing. Then financial difficulties. When someone is facing financial difficulties, right, they become more hungry, more tempered. So that also can lead to conflicts, right? Then we're talking about the model of conflict. How can you solve these conflicts, right? We're talking about the model. It's called SAFER, SAFER. So if you want to solve a conflict, you as a manager or an officer or a staff in every organization, you have how you can solve these conflicts. First of all, you have to use the model called SAFER, SAFER. SAFER is the S stand for step back. You have to step back. Do not rush in every situation to face this situation. You have to step back and assess the situation and think, how am I going to address this situation that particularly happened, right? Then you're talking about the A. A means you have to assess the situation, you identify what is the problem of this, What is the problem? Why is this happen? How am I going to solve this problem? So you have to assess. Then the F stands for find help. If you know that I cannot solve this problem, then you have to look for my manager, okay, my coordinator, okay. Then you find help. Somebody can help. That is, you have to think what assistance you may need or how you will communicate with the person or communicate in this situation. Then you're talking about the E. The E stands for evaluate, right? You have to evaluate and decide what option are we going to take in this certain situation, right? Like in terms of fire, you have to evaluate, there is a fire. What am I going to do? Should I go inside? You have to assess the risks. You evaluate the risk. If I go inside to save this person, at the end of the day, I'll also be fall victim. Or if I go inside, the fire is not too much, I can able to save this person, So that is the E. Then the R stand for respond. When you decide what action you want to take, right? You respond to this action, that the aftermath that will come over it, that is the respond, right? Then in conflict resolution, in this conflict resolution, the staff's or the officer communication skill must be very important, and these skills, or you should have the ability to listen. And when you have a good customer service and communication, you can able to help reduce conflicts among people, among working force, right? Or in community or among friends, right? So communication is more essential in transparency. So I stop here, and to conceptualize all these things, customer service simply means that the politefulness, how you can be polite, how you can be positive, speak to people in a good way. As a manager, you can speak to your staffs, how you can speak to your colleagues. The relationship between each other, it's more intimate, it's more necessary. So customer service in every area in life, among friendships, it's more essential. You can live in a very peaceful atmosphere if everybody have the good conduct of customer service. Yeah, I stop here.